Ryudo is arguing with Kuros, and he loudly proclaims in class that he is Shirakawa's boyfriend, even though he wanted to keep it a secret for her safety. Everyone is stunned and taken aback by the situation and can't believe what Ryudo said. Even Shirakawa's friends don't believe him until she herself confirms that she's with Ryudo. Hello friends, and welcome back to another Anikazu video. If you like this video about the anime art dating story, leave a like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. With that said, let's dive right in. Upon the announcement that Shirakawa is Ryudo's girlfriend, everyone is shocked and immediately begins to think positively of her. The boys see her as an angel and very kind for giving such a loser a chance, while the girls conclude that the rumors about Shirakawa taking advantage of her boyfriends are not true. Kuros is angry and hastily leaves the classroom, which prompts Ryudo to follow her. He confronts her, asking what's wrong and if she has been spreading the rumors about Shirakawa. She admits that she was the one because she wants to be number one and won't let Shirakawa take anything from her. In her anger, she reveals that Shirakawa is Kuros' twin sister, which shocks Ryudo. She speaks about their family situations and why they don't have the same last name and live together. She wishes that Shirakawa wasn't her sister. She feels that Shirakawa was always favored and loved more because she was very outgoing, while she herself was a more reserved child. She resented the fact that she always had to take the brunt of things, having to change places, names, and schools because their parents divorced. Even now, though she's tried to be like her, she finds that Shirakawa is still more sought after, and this frustrates her. Ryudo then appeals to her conscience, telling her that it's not the right path and that she should try to be more like herself. While he too sometimes feels overshadowed by Shirakawa's presence, he accepts it and remains true to himself because it's the right thing to do. Following this, Kuro slips, and Ryudo catches her. Later at school, Ryudo encounters Shirakawa and her friend. He's startled by her, but she commends him for the action he took. She then says goodbye, leaving Shirakawa and Ryudo to exchange awkward glances. On their way home, they discuss how they initially wanted to keep their relationship a secret, but Ryudo decided to reveal it because he didn't want their classmates to have such an impression of her due to the rumors. This revelation shocks Shirakawa, and she's touched that he did it for her sake, even being moved to tears. Such rumors usually don't bother her, but the situation has deeply affected her. She also knows that Ryudo is now aware of the family situation between her and Kuros. She mentions that she intended to tell him herself and feels that Kuros is a good sister. In the conversation, Ryudo also makes it clear that he never believed the rumors from the start and loves the Shirakawa standing before him, emphasizing that the past doesn't matter in this case. We briefly see Kuros at school, frustrated because she's once again on the verge of falling for Ryudo but fears she won't be his number one. At home, Ryudo gets ready for school, dreading it since it's the day after the revelation of their relationship. Surprisingly, people at school greet him, and he's perceived and treated differently by everyone. After school, he and Shirakawa are in a cafe. Since Ryudo has put in so much effort for the relationship, she now wants to give it her all too. He's pleased about this, and they chat about his hobbies. After a brief awkward moment, he begins to passionately discuss his interests, which confuses Shirakawa. He shows her what he enjoys watching, and she leans in closer, curious about what her boyfriend is into. However, all he can focus on are her lips, making him nervous. The following day at school, under the clear blue sky and with the gentle breeze ruffling his hair, Ryudo finds a quiet spot with his friends on the rooftop, a place that always brought them solace and allowed them to share their deepest secrets. With a mix of excitement and trepidation, he opens up about his budding feelings and the urge he feels to kiss Shirakawa. The atmosphere is thick with tension as he explains how every moment they spend together makes him yearn for a closer connection, and he wonders if a kiss would be the next natural step. His friends, however, initially react with a blend of surprise and frustration. Of all the people in the world, why come to us with this? They tease, half serious, half joking. They reminisce about past times when they'd all shared their first crushes and silly love stories, and how Ryudo's situation was now different and more profound. The air is thick with their unspoken feelings, jealousy that one of their own was moving forward in a romantic journey, nostalgia for their shared past, and genuine concern for Ryudo's emotional well-being. After a hearty discussion and some playful ribbing, they decide to put aside their feelings and help Ryudo navigate this new chapter of his life. They assess the situation and, after some reflection, come to a unanimous consensus. They feel Ryudo might be rushing things, and while his feelings are genuine, the foundation needs to be more robust. "You're not ready for a kiss yet," they claim, emphasizing the importance of smaller gestures that could mean just as much. With a shared nod, they propose that he should focus on deepening their bond by starting with the seemingly simple yet intimate act of holding hands with Shirakawa. At school, Ryudo invites his girlfriend to a date at Yono Park for the weekend, to which she immediately agrees, much to his delight. He and his friends have plotted Operation Hand Holding to advance to the next level in his relationship with her. His plan is to wait for a moment when she stumbles so he can grab her hand to prevent her from falling. During class, he's called upon, but lost in his thoughts, he hasn't been paying attention. Hiro steps in to help him find the correct answer. She also apologizes to him and asks him not to hold a grudge for the things she's done. Ryudo forgives her, saying it's no problem, making Kuros happy, but she also blushes in response. On the day of their date, Ryudo wants to head straight to see the swans, but Shirakawa stops him and surprises him with a lunchbox she made, leaving him in awe. They sit down, and he opens the lunchbox to find an omelet shaped like a heart. She's flustered because the food shifted during transit, but Ryudo doesn't mind and immediately starts eating, commenting on how delicious it is, which delights Shirakawa. In the midst of this, Ryudo receives a text from Shirakawa's friend, telling him to eat everything from the box as she had helped Shirakawa prepare it. Later, as they stroll, they decide to go boating. As per the plan, Shirakawa stumbles, and in that moment, Ryudo tries to grab her hand. However, he misses, and she lands safely in the boat. He's taken aback and frustrated by the situation, but they continue with the boat ride. He hopes she'll stumble again when getting out of the boat, but to his disappointment, she doesn't. As they walk, Shirakawa notices how lost in thought her boyfriend seems. Ryudo wants to touch his girlfriend because he loves her, but he's afraid of hurting her or making her think he's like her ex-boyfriends, so he wants to proceed with caution. However, his demeanor backfires when Shirakawa stops and asks Ryudo what's bothering him. She's had similar experiences with her ex-boyfriends, where they distanced themselves in such situations and eventually broke up with her. He assures her he had no intention of breaking up and shares that he had contemplated going boating again so he could try his plan one more time. She agrees, and they set off for another boat ride. This time, Ryudo approaches the situation differently. He gets on the boat first and then offers his hand to assist his girlfriend, which makes her blush. She takes his hand, and with that, Ryudo achieves his goal. The two indulge in a serene boat ride, with the gentle ripples of water and the soft glow of the setting sun setting a perfect romantic backdrop. The atmosphere, coupled with their mutual affection, makes Shirakawa reflect on their recent journey together. She feels it was an excellent decision to take a second boat ride, not just for the sheer joy of it, but more because of the intimate moment of holding Ryudo's hand. Opening up, she shyly admits that in recent days, she too had imagined interlocking her fingers with his, feeling his warmth and comfort. It's a heartwarming realization that they both were thinking along the same lines, their hearts resonating with the same wish. In the heat of the moment, overwhelmed with emotions, Shirakawa, with her eyes shining brighter than the waters around them, stands up and gently places her lips on Ryudo's. The surprise and intensity of the gesture leave him blushing, his heart racing, and completely taken aback. They share a silent understanding. Since they were both on the same page about holding hands, it wasn't a stretch to believe Ryudo had also been thinking about a kiss. Shirakawa's bold move not only conveyed her affection, but also her earnest desire. She passionately expresses how she wishes to let their love story unfold organically, to let their emotions deepen, and to transform their budding relationship into one that's genuine and eternal. Upon reaching the shore, the two find themselves instinctively intertwined, their hands locked together. Shirakawa, with a gentle grip, doesn't show any intention of letting Ryudo's hand go. The ambient noise fades as they amble along the bank, their footsteps synchronizing. During their leisurely stroll, she shares a more intimate detail about herself, revealing that her given name is Runa. She softly expresses her wish for Ryudo to address her by this name, making their bond even more personal. Caught off guard and deeply touched, Ryudo tries to voice her name but stumbles, his cheeks tinted with a blush of embarrassment. With a tender smile, Shirakawa assures him, suggesting he take the time he needs to grow comfortable with this newfound intimacy. Previously, acts like holding hands and sharing a kiss came naturally to Shirakawa, almost routine. But now, with Ryudo, every gesture feels amplified, making her unexpectedly self-conscious. She ponders aloud, attributing this heightened emotion to their decision to savor every step of their blossoming relationship. She confesses her belief that this unhurried approach might just be the key for her to experience a profound, genuine love for Ryudo. His heart swells with happiness, grateful for this unexpected journey with Shirakawa. Deep down, he hopes that this bond they share remains unbreakable, wishing to keep her close forever. Kuros is at home, surrounded by the quiet hum of her room, diligently trying to focus on her homework. Yet, she finds herself constantly distracted. her mind drifting back to Ryudo and his reassuring words that he wouldn't bear any animosity towards her. This constant thought gnaws at her, making her question the origin and depth of these burgeoning feelings. Overwhelmed and frustrated, she lays her head down on the desk, her heart heavy as she continuously ponders Ryudo's words. Amid the swirling emotions, a revelation emerges. She yearns to be loved by him, and in her mind, the only way to achieve that affection is to emulate Shirakawa's demeanor and charm. To realize this aspiration, she believes she must pry Ryudo away from Shirakawa. With a hint of malevolence in her voice, she murmurs that Shirakawa should deeply value the fleeting moments she shares with Ryudo. That wraps up today's episode of our dating story. Dear viewers, dive into the comments section and share your thoughts on this anime. I'm eager to know if it resonates with you as much as it does with others. If today's narrative captivated you, hit that like button and ensure you're subscribed to the Anikazu channel so our tales always find their way to you. Until our paths cross again, stay animated and farewell.